The zero-click economy when AI becomes the customer.
Think about how much time you spend clicking. You click to add things to your cart, you click to find the cheapest flight, you click to cancel that subscription you forgot about. But what if I told you that by the end of 2026, the era of clicking is going to die? Welcome to NextGen Choices. Today we are talking about the zero-click economy. Imagine having a super smart robot butler that lives inside your phone. You don't have to spend 3 hours hunting for the best pair of sneakers. You just say, "Hey, find me the coolest red sneakers under $50 and make sure they arrive by Friday." You put your phone in your pocket, and 2 days later, the shoes show up at your door. You didn't click a single button. This isn't a sci-fi movie. This is happening right now, and it is going to completely flip the global economy upside down. Let's dive in. For the last few years, we've been amazed by AI that can talk to us. We asked it questions, it gave us answers. It helped us write emails or do our homework. But that was just phase 1. We are now entering phase 2, Agentic AI. An agent is someone who acts on your behalf. Think of a sports agent who negotiates contracts for an athlete. Agentic AI doesn't just talk, it does. It has the keys to your digital wallet. It has your passwords, and it has your permission to go out into the internet and get things done for you. Need a flight to New York? Your AI agent goes online, talks to the airline's AI agent, argues for the best price, uses your points, and books the seat you like. 0 clicks. It sounds awesome, right? So much free time. But here is where the story gets wild. Think about how the world works today. Companies spend billions of dollars on flashy ads, cool packaging, and catchy music to make you, a human being with feelings, want to buy their stuff. But what happens when the one doing the shopping isn't human anymore? In the zero-click economy, the primary customer is a machine. And guess what? Your AI agent doesn't care how cool a commercial is. It doesn't care what celebrity is endorsing a product. It only cares about data, facts, and price. If your AI is buying your groceries, it's just looking at the code to see which brand has the best vitamins for the lowest cost. This means every company on Earth is suddenly panicking. They don't know how to sell things anymore. Instead of trying to convince you to buy something, they have to figure out how to convince your robot butler to buy it. They have to stop making ads for humans and start writing code to impress algorithms. So what does this mean for you and me? As we step into 2026, we are handing over a lot of power
To our machines. The danger is that if we let AI make all our choices, we might forget what we actually like. If the AI only buys what's mathematically best, life might get a little boring. We might lose those happy accidents where we stumble upon a weird book or a strange new food that we end up loving. Here is your next-gen choice. You have to become the ultimate boss. If you are going to use an AI agent, you have to be incredibly clear about what your values are. Tell your AI to prioritize local businesses. Tell it to surprise you once a week. Use the zero-click economy to handle the boring stuff, like paying bills and buying paper towels, so you can use your actual human attention for the things that matter, creating, exploring, and living in the real world. The future is going to be automated, but your life shouldn't be. If you want to stay ahead of the machines and learn how to master the next era of tech, hit that subscribe button. What boring chore are you going to hand over to your AI first? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Now let's talk about how different parts of the world are adapting to the zero-click economy. In Japan, they're integrating this tech into smart cities, enhancing urban life efficiency. In Europe, there's a strong push towards ethical AI, ensuring these systems respect user autonomy and privacy. Meanwhile, in developing countries, this technology can bridge educational and economic gaps, providing people with access to resources they couldn't previously reach. Yet, challenges remain. How do we ensure that these advanced systems don't widen the gap between the technophiles and those less digitally skilled? We're in a pivotal moment. The choices we make today about how we use and develop AI will shape our societies for generations. Should we trust our AI agents with financial choices? Should they have access to our social interactions? These questions don't have easy answers, but they're crucial in determining how we move forward. I invite you to be part of this conversation. It's not just about tech experts deciding the future. It's about every single one of us raising our voices and sharing our perspectives. Only then can we create a balanced and inclusive AI-driven world. Let's continue this journey of discovery together. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember to question what you accept as the norm. I'll be here bringing you the latest insights. Until next time.